going to get some done on the camper van because I can only work on it when the weather's nice, so enjoy that. Let's crack on. So it's got a genuine Sportline front grille. Ended up being free with this genuine Sportline front splitter. I won the wheels for £134. They got brand new Pirelli tyres. The wheels were virtually brand new with the tyres fitted just at the winter tyres. Not a problem to me though. I bought a second-hand oak table. I had it cut at Scandi Vans. I put that electric fuse unit in, various switches on. You've all probably seen them on eBay. This back piece here needs attaching to the main part of the kitchen. That section I'm pointing there, I'm cutting up where my finger went up. So inside there, you can put a fridge, etc. But I'll probably change my mind at some point. It's got a real leather Sportline rock and roll bed. It's isofixed to the floor. I'll be putting there in that section a tambour door kit. And maybe some lights on the top. High gloss doors. All I'm going to be doing is using the router I've borrowed to put the edge on this for the edge trim. Edge around here, edge around the door. That's the piece that was cut for me by Scandi Vans. Going to edge that and edge the inside of that. So this isn't built, it's just in place. I've been building it in place. I'm debating whether to put a little notch out of there like this, that shape I've seen on them. You can put stuff on top of that because the top part's going to be like a shelf, so maybe about there. Sectioned off there, in line with the oak worktop. So there's going to be a shower control there, shower there, battery, water container for the shower. I'm going to change this to white. It's knackered anyway, but change it to white, match the rest of it. You've got this special bit on the router for doing the lip for the groove, for the edge band, whatever you call it, edging trim. So I've got my groove cut. It has this T shape in it. This is only lipped on one side. I don't know if you can see, that's a bit blurry. But I wanted one with a double lip, but I wanted it now, not tomorrow. I've got this from High Peak Campers, are they called? I think, or Conversions in Denton. I did it on the shelf, it was quick. It's not great, I don't think. Just got this rubber mallet, tapping it in, and it should lip over one side, which it is doing, but the cut on this hasn't turned out to plan. I'm going to have to adjust that on my test cut. I'm going to adjust it because, as I can see here, it's not directly central as it was, so something's happened, so I need to address that. It's only for this door though, which I'm not too sure if I'm going to be keeping or having a tambour door, so good job it's happened on this and not something else. Here's where I've joined it. I overlapped it, crushed it with a blade. It is a nice tight even fit, but as I say, it's not quite. It's just on the edge of that, which I'm not happy with. Just on the edge of that, I'm not happy with. It looks alright. That'll do. Got this edge trim I'm going to put on. Screwed an hole in the top. one in the middle and one in the bottom to secure it, because they do move a bit when you're knocking it together, because I'm trying to build this in situ. But I've put the edge on. You can't really tell out here, guys, but when I build it up a bit, I'll show you. Won't be done today. I've got to do the front for the tambour door, and I've got to build a box for the tambour door. So I'll crack on with some more. I've done inside here. That's where that door's going to fit. Sun's still shining, let's keep working. Basically did a pilot hole. Here you go, little red spider ant. Just to hold them still, because as I said, they do move. I've just propped that in place so you get the idea. Looks a lot more professional. It's coming on. I'm thinking to put that kind of shape in so you can put your hand in to put stuff on the top rather than put it over that lip, because it's going to have a shelf on the top, kind of around this sort of depth. 5 centimeters. Inside trim, and I've touched it up with some white paint, like a paint pen I've got. Probably wondering what the sift's doing there. I'll tell you that now. Where I've been drawing pencil on this, is it melamine board, pencil doesn't really come off. Kind of, you start trying to wipe it and wash it, it starts making this white go a funny off purpley colour. That gets the pencil off a treat. So that rag, bit of pencil off. How this stuff works, you don't need all that, because I'm trying to be smart with one hand and film. And get rid of some of that, it's way too much. You need the tiniest bit. I've noticed a few things on this. That's Sharpie pen, red Sharpie pen. Been there for about a week now. It's faded it. It will go over, keep at it, but you're not going to see it, but I'm just trying to show you. There are the marks off the tyres have been leaning on. There is some pencil, and have a rub it and rub it and rub it. That's got some of that on, but you can see it's not really coming off. Use that what has. Gone. There's a load of pencil there. See? I've not put any more of this stuff on. I'm just going at it with what's still on the rag. But if you start wiping that like I did, with I had a abrasive, not abrasive, but for washing your pots, and it was going all funny and purple and taking the white off it. There we go. So long as it's got some of that sift on and it's wet, it comes straight off. There we go, I'm happy. That's exactly the look I was going for. Nice and tight. None of that nasty wood showing where it had been the saw had damaged all the way down. That's how I want it, and that's how you get the professional look, because I don't want it looking anything else but professional. I want someone to come and look at this van, say that's a van for me, I want to buy it. Look how they've gone into it. You can get caps for the top of them aluminium things. I may get some black ones. It's just come up a bit there where it's met. I can trim that off, but I'm going to leave it if I get them caps. I'll see if they've got any in stock. This worktop, it was a solid oak table that I got off a marketplace. They wanted 80 quid for it. I told them the project I was doing and they wanted to help me out, and they give it me for £50 as long as I showed them it when I've upcycled it. So all I've got to do now is cut out the hole for the Dometic sink. I scribed it along into the wall, well, the side of the van, the best I can. I need to do a cut here straight along because this piece is going to come out, because this is storage where I'm going to put a fridge, but you can put whatever you want in it, I guess, but I'm putting a fridge in it, one of those up and over ones. And I had this cut at Scandivans. Martin down at Scandivans, he helped me out. If you've got a professional build, get down to Scandivans. Anyway, what I'm going to do next is cut out this section for the tambour door kit, then build this back cab in situ. I'm going to get some connector blocks, I think. Go and see what my friend Mark's got in his kitchen building set, because he's a kitchen fitter. And then put this together slowly. I'll start down there, join those two together. I'll fit this last. I've got the template, I've got the old worktop that I got this Dometic sink out of. I'll place it on that, cut this out for the Dometic sink, put it back on, mark out on top of the cabs, because the top of the cabs are going to obviously have to be cut out as well. So obviously water bottles are going to go in there. This is storage, that's storage. That first one is possible storage, because there's some space at the end of the cab behind there where something can go. For now, I've run the electric to under there. I put the battery under the seat. The seat's just temporarily in. It's not staying there because I'm going to put the battery now here. So whoever has the van in the end, if they choose to put the battery there, they can. They can put a spare one there and they can have 2 leisure batteries. Do whatever they want. Not interested. Right, I've got my template for the front where the tambour door's going to go. I'm going to plunge that saw through. Got my trusty Uno turbo wheel trestles. I'm just going to cut that out with that, and then I've got a for the rounded edges, what I've been using on everything, well, not everything, I'm going to use I forget the name of the tool, but it's for cutting the door handles, the holes for the door handles, the kitchen door handles. I'll just put one of them through on the saw. So I've got a brand new blade. Don't know if you can see that cut, but I started yesterday and it was making a right bloody mess because the blade was a pile of crap. So today we go again. Made a bit of an error. Gone too far down here. I'm going to use this forcing a bit for the corners. That's what I should have done first. I have to alter this a little bit. Make it a little bit more down. 5mm or so. Take it off hammer for a start. And the battery's dead. Round 2. down. You get the idea. Won't bore you with the other three. So what I've done these first. Now I'll cut up to them with the line. The mistake I just made, I cut all the way down to the line. So I've had to go a bit past it. What I'll do is, I'll measure this down again for this last circle here. I've done these four, just cut, cut, cut. I'll have my rounded edges, plonk that through, done. And there we have it. Needs a little bit of a filing here and there, but it's sorted, do that. Did that with the other bits, but this they cut actually easier. Different wood, similar wood, what I made the jig with for the door on the back. So I've given the corners a nice rounding sand and file. This is the file I used, very coarse, and I used some 80s grit sandpaper and just went around it all. We're going around all that with the router next and putting some rubber trim on, but I'm out of rubber trim. I need to get another, I'd say, 1.5 meters.
This bike's proper rusty.
So in the back.
Yeah. Got no brakes as well. Oh, this one didn't even work. Don't know what's wrong with it though. Press it down, but
You don't need brakes,
yeah.
as long as you're not going down any hills.
Yeah,
Are you in right, Robbie?
oh, I'm going next year.
Oh, you're not in high school yet?
No.
What does your brother and that think of it, and your sister?
Oh, my sister's left now.
She left school?
Yeah.
Shut up.
No?
Really?
I'm going to college.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Grown up too fast.
I know.
Now, there's no need to not carry on because I can put this trim in at a later date. The plan is to put it together like a jigsaw now and build it in situ. But first, before I build this, well, I could build this anyway, I think still. I'll put it together, but it's to screw all this together because I've still got to make this little storage space here, this thing here. So this is just temporary on. Use these connector blocks. That one there, that one there, I've put at a height where the shelf is going to be going for the water tank for the shower. And it's going to be resting on top of that, kind of. Well, I hope I've got the measurement right. It's not looking it now, it's in. Looks a bit high, but I'm going to put blocks on it anyway. I just wanted it sitting on top of this. I just wanted it sitting on top of this wheel arch. Yeah, it's getting there. It's a bit late now, but I'll crack on tomorrow. So, this, I've not necessarily cut it wrong, but I should have started it here, where this mark is, new mark I've put, and I should have started it a bit more up here, because my tambour door kit isn't going to work. I've got to modify some brackets for it, because it's not a 600 like this cab. So this has just cost me £18 from Freeways for a new piece, a new 600 by 127 centimetres, whatever, 1270. Just been and bought a new board, they've cut it for me. Go and grab that now, because the shelves that I'm going to put in as well, the shelf starts here, sits under that there, so it's a bit, you know, and this piece of wood here, I will use that for the shelves, even though I'm going to have an extra bit left over now. I've got one shelf there, I need two shelves, so I'll get them two out of that, and the extra piece of wood off the top what they've cut, to cut this for size for me. So this is just, I've just got to cut it to size, get this and route it out again, but it's going to be more like this there. So I've cut the new piece of wood wrong. I shouldn't have used the other piece with the router. I was best doing it how I did it, with the saw and the 4s and the circle cutters, well, hole cutters. It's better using the saw and the 4s and the bits for cutting the holes. I'm now needing a new piece, or I've come up with another idea. I'm going to put the tambour door so it slides horizontal. So I've drawn some very fine lines very close to the edge. I'm going to screw these blocks into the corners so I can try and get the 4s and a bit on the go, and try and see what I can do before I go and buy another board for £18 in the morning. Turn your phone off so people don't mither you guys. I've been mithered all day and it stressed me out. I'm not going to attempt this with one hand and film. It's getting done properly. Back soon. I've made this cardboard template for the bottom shelf, final shelf in the big piece of the unit. I've marked it out and I'm going to attempt it. Goes over the wheel arches. This cut out here is for the back rear wheel arch. Just making a bit of a storage compartment, guys, for a space that needs filling. I've just took this piece off. I don't know why I put it back on, because I've got to edge band the rest of it and fit this bottom piece on. This is the edge band. You just simply put it to the size you want, break it, iron it on with a normal clove iron. I put a piece of paper over it, trim it with a blade, the excess, and then just lightly sand over the corners, make it nice and rounded. This one here has been done. This is just to fill a space, basically. I don't know what I'm going to do about a door, or if I'm going to put a door on it or not on the front. I might put an extra piece in there. I might put an extra piece just here, so you can just put things in and store them in it and put your hand in and take them out, so nothing falls out while you're driving. The space in question. I'll just trim that with a blade and give it a sand. What a difference it makes being edged up, wouldn't you agree? So this isn't fixed yet. I've got to just loosen these screws and drill the holes. I've got this special drill bit which puts a recess into the wood, so when the screw sits in it's sunk, and what fit the cabinet is going to be adjoined to. Well, it's made. I've got to make a back for it, which I forgot about. I've got plenty of wood though, spares. I'm thinking if I can get a narrow enough tambour door that matches the one I'm putting on there, I'm going to put a tambour door on it. I think it'll look smart. I didn't realise it was a past the seat. I should have known, else I wouldn't have made it anyway. I just know that you can't get to it when you have the bed down. You can only get to this much of it, which is nothing. You can just push the tambour door down still and put your hand in if you need to grab something. But yeah, let's crack on. See what we can find online. Job is to build some buttons for these two cabs. Now, at the minute they're just empty drawers. I'm going to obviously have to have the water tanks in for the sink, but I've got these drawers that are the same size and match the doors perfectly. I was going to have them as drawers, what you pull out. Now, the idea is to put bottoms on, some soft close hinges, and they're just drawers that pull down, basically. Got the top out, thought I'd mark it up for the sink. And it's pretty tough cutting through this because it's solid oak. So I'm going to give it a bash with the router that I've got. Never really used it that way for cutting something out. Well, I've tried and made a mess. See how we go with this, which I can't make a mess because I'm not buying another one of these, I tell you that. It was tough. Might make use of that. Change of plan. I used that, and I didn't use the router. I used the jigsaw, my one, and there we have it. Well, it's out. I think I'll try and get. It's got something sticky on it, like a wax that's maybe been on it has reacted with something. I don't know. I'm going to try and give it a sand while it's out. I have tried in places in the past. It just eats up the paper though with whatever this is, so I'm going to put some thinners on a rag and try and deal with it. But this is a lot lighter to deal with anyway. It's not as heavy anymore. It's surprisingly heavy. This is how it's going. Like that. Destroying paper. But got my trusty doorstop, and that's scraping up a tree. So I scrape it up best I can, and then I'll give it another sand, and hopefully won't go through as much paper. And just show you this, because I've not been filming this. I had to do this recess so it would fit up to the back of the back wall, the back of the van, the side that this goes up to, because it's on a slope section of the van. So I had to do this Frankenstein, but luckily, because it's solid oak, it was fine. And that's how it's going to be in the van, and that's where the sink is going to be, guys. And I can see where I've got to cut. I'm going to have to fix these units and then cut it. Well, I'm going to fix the units, mark it, then cut it. I'd rather take it out of the van. I've been hoovering, so there's been lots of wood stuck to the carpet, and this, I've done a really nice job of this. Apart from this, it keeps coming undone every time it's hot, and then sticks back up when you run your hand over it, but I'll take it off and do that again with some better adhesive. But yeah, these are all the original panels, all been carpeted by myself, and I've bought extended black to match the 4-way stretch carpet for the roof. But anyway, that's not what I'm doing. This is all for today. I'm going to leave it now and I'm going to upload this video. Yeah. See you later.